The fluorescent glow of the drive-through menu still flickers after dusk. The fryers still hiss, and the familiar smell of salt, sugar, and nostalgia still seeps through the takeout window. Yet behind those comforting sensory cues, the Americans' quick service landscape is showing deep fissures. Revenues that once rose like steam from a fresh batch of fries have flattened or dipped. Dine-in seats are going unclaimed, and foot traffic counters are clicking more slowly than they have in a generation. Industry analysts, combing through quarterly filings and location tracking data, trace the decline to a perfect storm of consumer sticker shock, delivery app disruption, rising food costs, and a swarm of agile upstarts that have redrawn the lines between premium, value, and health. In boardrooms from Miami to Louisville, the scrambling now feels existential. For some marquee brands, the line between a rough quarter and irreversible shrinkage has blurred. 2024's profit warnings could morph into 2025's liquidation notices if turnaround plans stall. This is the inside ledger on 8 household names whose arches, crowns, or buckets once symbolized America's limitless appetite and now symbolize its contracting tolerance for mediocrity and inflated receipts. Burger King's predicament reads like a Harvard Business School case study on missed positioning. McDonald's locked down the bottom-price turf with relentlessly efficient operations, while Shake Shack, Five Guys, and regional darlings such as Whataburger swooped in above with farmish marketing, brioche buns, and $12 combo tickets that Gen Z diners called worth the flex. Burger King responded by chasing every direction at once. A plant-based Impossible Whopper that needed grills segregated from beef fat, novelty buns tinted black, red, or bright green for fleeting social media virality, plus a value push that shaved portion sizes and alienated diners who still remembered quarter-pound-plus patties from the 1990s. Internal franchisee memos leaked to Trade Journal Restaurant Business show average same-store sales lagging industry comps by nearly 4 percentage points in 2023, even after a $400 million Reclaim the Flame ad blitz. Store remodels, budgeted at up to $750,000 per unit, were accepted by only 38% of operators, many of whom already carry 7-figure debt loads from pandemic shutdowns. Result: 4 to 10 U.S. units dark last year, another 300 flagged free. Potential closure in 2024, and penetration in one-time strongholds like New England falling below Wendy's for the first time on record. If the king is shedding royalty, Pizza Hut is shedding rooftops. The chain's dine-in red roof prototype, once a suburban status symbol, has become an operational albatross. Table service demands labor hours the modern pizza business simply can't justify when delivery makes up 77% of category sales. Yet retrofitting those boxes into carry-out-only Delcos costs upward of $450,000, according to Yum internal slide decks revealed during franchisee arbitration. Many owners already battling third-party delivery fees that swallow 18 to 28% of ticket value opted to shutter instead. The ripple effect is visible in real estate databases. More than 960 former Pizza Hut buildings sit vacant nationwide, their trapezoidal rooflines now painted over or converted into tax offices, vape shops, and even medical marijuana dispensaries. Meanwhile, Domino's and digitally native brands like Marco's built kitchens from the ground up for 28-foot storefronts and sub-5-minute order throttles, further exposing Hut's square footage drag. System-wide U.S. unit count has tipped below 6,000 for the first time since 1987. International markets prop up the headline number, but domestic relevance keeps sliding like a greasy pan pizza onto a too-small spatula. Kentucky Fried Chicken illustrates a different peril, letting the competition rewrite the rules. For a half-century, fried chicken essentially meant KFC. Then Chick-fil-A blitzed the South with service so swift analysts dubbed it hospitality judo. Popeyes upped seasoning and social viral packaging. Wingstop leaned into bone and iho. Delivery. Raising Cane's narrowed its menu to one crispy tender, one sauce, and still prints money. KFC tried to be all of them at once. Nashville Hot, Georgia Gold, hot chicken wings, plant-based faux nuggets, while simultaneously slimming the Colonel's bucket with lower-cost birds. Core fans noticed, flavor drifted, and per-store traffic fell 11% since 2019 per Placer.ai smartphone counts. U.S. closures have erased 1,000 outlets since the aughts. Executives toot bright spots in Asia, where KFC China opens a new unit every 37 hours. But domestic investors care about the drive-thrus on Main Street, not Beijing's high-rise food courts. Taco Bell's sophomore slump is subtler but just as threatening. The chain is still profitable, just less magnetizing. Its edge was always novelty. Crunch Wraps, Doritos taco shells, Mountain Dew Baja Blast exclusivity. Yet social media metrics show Gen Z feeders pivoting to Chipotle for ingredient clarity and to regional taquerias for authenticity. Bell's once sacred $1 cravings menu now starts closer to $2.49 in many zip codes after stealth price escalation, dulling its recession-proof reputation. Yum! Brand's own earnings call admitted traffic headwinds of high single digits when comparing 2023 to pre-pandemic 2019. A company famed for late-night lures sees 24-hour restaurants shaving graveyard shifts to cut payroll, leaving the drunchies crowd to migrate to rival Jack in the Box or Whataburger. Analysts warn that if Taco Bell can't slow the cadence of menu retirements, Mexican pizza's whiplash removal and relaunch became meme fodder. Customer trust in favorites may crater. All-day breakfast once saved McDonald's, but its originator, IHOP, now finds brunch geography crowded with local brunch-trepreneurs selling $16 avocado toasts beside bottomless mimosas. IHOP's 2018 rebrand stunt to IHOB's Burgers provided a Q2 PR spike, but little sticky lift. Pancakes still drive 64% of SKUs, yet wheat-averse diners and keto travelers treat syrup as liquid kryptonite. Traffic analytics show double-digit declines in weekday AM sit-downs, exactly the block that once justified 24-hour grill operation. Competitor First Watch has tripled units, while IHOP net closed 200 since 2018. Parent company Dine Brands toys with virtual brand wings sold out of IHOP kitchens. But Uber Eats receipts cannot pay for cavernous dining rooms sitting half empty. Afternoon, perhaps the most dramatic implosion, belongs to Quiznos. Once 5,000 strong, the toasted sub-pioneer hemorrhaged franchises through 2 bankruptcies, punitive supply chain contracts that overcharged stores for cold cuts, and failure to modernize app ordering. The surviving 170 U.S. outlets, fewer than the number of McDonald's in metropolitan Phoenix alone, function more like an endangered species study than a chain. A 2022 acquisition by Rego Restaurant Group included talk of ghost kitchen resurrection, but insiders say even the proprietary ovens are outdated and energy-hogging versus Subway's speedier, cheaper toasters. Even dessert royalty isn't immune. Dairy Queen's reliance on soft serve, 74% of unit revenue, makes the chain seasonally volatile north of the Sun Belt. Climate-controlled treat competitors such as Culver's, with hot burgers balancing frozen custard, erode share year-round. Meanwhile, DQ's grill and chill pivot requires full kitchen retrofits. Many franchisees balk at funding. COP milk fat futures surged 38% from 2020 lows, compressing protein per purchase margins. Franchise disclosure documents show average store EBITDA down to 8.4% from 12% a decade prior, prompting 500 quiet exits. The once charming upside-down blizzard trick now flips investors' stomachs when they compare performance charts. Layer all these sagas atop macro headwinds, minimum wage hikes in California, commodity whiplash in chicken and wheat, third parties, delivery fees averaging 25% of ticket, and survival math gets grim. Consumers report menu price fatigue. Blue Dot Pulse data indicates 62% of U.S. diners skipped a fast food visit in April because prices seemed too high for the perceived quality. When a basic combo tops $12 after tax, the value proposition that built the category erodes. Chains fight back with store-within-store ghost kitchens, AI-driven upsell ordering kiosks, menu decomplexity, and loyalty apps that treat discounting as data capture rather than margin sacrifice. None of that helps if the brand story itself feels stale. Analysts now watch unit count attrition as the canary. Once closures exceed 5% of base annually and foot traffic comps fall behind CPI plus 2% for 3 straight years, irreversible decline labels appear in brokerage notes. Burger King, Pizza Hut, and KFC already tripped that wire in. Portions of the U.S. Dairy Queen and IHOP flirt with the threshold. Subway crossed it long ago and paddles upstream on private equity fumes. Yet Americans still crave speed, salt, and memories. Whoever solves the alchemy of price, taste, digital convenience, and healthier halo could inherit tens of billions in reshuffled spending. For the legacy chains dissected here, 2025 will read either as Renaissance Chapter 1 or Epilogue,